Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Daily Antidote of Song. It is Sunday, July 17th, and we are so excited to have you all here with us today. Now, before we get started with all of today's singing and talking and wonderful things, first of all, everyone wave a big hello to everyone joining us out there on Facebook Live. Hi, Facebook. We're so glad that you're here with us. Thank you for joining us every single day or just whenever you can. And of course, a big hello to everyone here in this room. Hello to our artist of the day, Elise Bryant. We can't wait to sing with you and talk with you in just a minute. Hello to Deli. Hello to our fearless leader, Joe Rossi, in the car, on the way, on the move, on adventures. Hello to Pauline in Newcastle, UK. Hello to Deborah in Kentucky, Sheila in Florida, Arlene in Berkeley, California. Hello to Aloysius in Westford, Mass, outside under the sun. Hello to Bronwyn in Victoria, BC, Bonnie in Boise, Idaho, Karen in Oregon, Steve and Michelle in Silver Spring, Susan G, Carolyn on day 833. Thank you so much for keeping us on track. Oh my goodness, what would we do without you guys? Hello to Trish in Victoria. Hello to Kathleen in Albuquerque, Ruth in Birmingham, UK, Shari in New Hampshire, Susan in Seattle, Anne in Maryland, Ralph in Victoria, Amanda and Miles in Michigan. Hello to Storm. Hello to Annette. Hello to Sarah in Texas. Hello to Becky. Hello to Fred in Silver Spring, Maryland. And hello to all of our friends joining us off camera. That is Kate at home, LMG. Jamie in Victoria, BC is coming into the room right now. Yes, hello, Jamie. Hi, Jamie. And I think that is everybody, but if I didn't get you on the way in, I'll be sure to get you on the way out. All right. Now, I would love to reintroduce, you all know her, we all know and love her, reintroduce Elise Bryant. Hi, Elise. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Aryn. Hi, family. How y'all doing? Everybody looks good.
We're so glad that you're back with us today.
My honor and pleasure.
Well, it is,
Absolutely.
the pleasure is always ours. What are you gonna sing for us today?
Love will guide us.
Oh, what a perfect song.
Yeah. I'm feeling it, and you all can feel free to join in with me. I'm gonna sing it through one time, right?
All right, words are going in the chat. Sing along. If you don't know it yet, you'll know it by the end of this one sing through.
So, and as I like to say, if it's too high for you, if you're soprano or alto, it's too high, it's too low for you, go up that octave. And if you're tenors, this is perfect because I'm a tenor. And if you're bass, it might be a little too high for basses, so you can drop down that octave and take it down there. So here we go. Love will guide us. Peace has tried us. Hope inside us will lead the way on the road from greed to giving. Love will guide us through the dark night. If you cannot sing like angels, if you cannot speak before thousands, you can give from deep within you. You can change the world with your love. Love will guide us. Peace has tried us. Hope inside us will lead the way on the road from greed to giving. Love will guide us through the dark night. You are like no other being. What you can give, no other can give to the future of our precious children, to the future of the world where we live. Love will guide us. Peace has tried us. Hope inside us will lead the way on the road from greed to giving. Love will guide us through the dark night. Hear the song of peace within you. Hear the song of peace in your heart. Springs new beginning shall lead to the harvest. Love will guide us through the dark night. I see you singing with me. Love will guide us. Peace has tried us. Hope inside us will lead the way on the road from greed to giving. Love will guide us through the dark night. Thank
Such a
you.
beautiful song.
Yes, it is. It just works.
It does just work. And it feels especially poignant right now when I feel like every single day we wake up to more bad news and more
Yeah,
just things that you desperately want to do something about. And I
yeah.
think a lot of us end up feeling completely paralyzed on what we can actually do.
Yes, I totally agree, and I felt it when I got the call from Joe to sing. I knew this is the song I would bring. I also on July 3rd, which is the day that Thornton and Ruther Blackburn ran away from Kentucky from slavery in 1851. I took a friend of mine to tour the sites in D.C. and we went to the MLK Memorial, and on the wall there's his quotes, and there it was about love. Love is the greatest force in the universe, is the heartbeat of the moral cosmos. And he also said, hate, this is the one that got me, hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. So when I heard the news about the decision of the Supreme Court on the Dobbs case and to basically nullify Roe v. Wade, I sobbed. I cried. I did not expect that reaction. I knew it was coming. I knew I'd be upset, but I didn't think I would. I didn't think the grief would hit me so hard. And lots of people will say, "What are we going to do? What are we going to do?" I was on two meetings of over 100 women each, and the call was, we need to take action. We need to take action. We need to take action." And then when I heard the news of the young man who was recently shot and killed by police, 46 bullets went into his body. It is rage and grief become mixed in one big ball.
Yeah.
And I know that I cannot strike out, but I know that I can take action. So this song, my understanding is Sally Rogers adapted this from an old Baptist hymn, which was called I Will Guide You. And like many of the songs in the civil rights movement, this is a song that came from the church that got turned into, a right song. And I heard a song recently from a young woman that had taken My Country 'Tis of Thee and turned it into a song about pro-reproductive rights, pro-abortion. And when I heard that song, I went, oh, I got it. I got it. I got it. I know what I can do to take action out of love. And I put it to my board of the Coalition of Labor Union Women, and I said, here's the idea I have. Let's call together a choral convergence. Let's call it choral convergence of choice, and get together singers in the D.C., Maryland, Virginia area who want to sing together. We'll take these songs that have been adapted and some other songs like, Ella's song, We Who Believe in Freedom Cannot Rest, and sing them on the steps of the Supreme Court and do a press conference announcing what we're calling pro-union, pro-choice, get out the vote. Because the best work I can do is to help get people registered and out to vote, because we outnumber them. We know that. We outnumber the forces that want to push back the clock. We outnumber the forces that want to take the power away from women and leave women dead and dying in all kinds of ways. And we know that this ban on abortion will impact poor working class women and women of color more than anybody else. And so rather than focusing on that rage and anger, I focus on the song. I focus on bringing people together. I focus on action that I believe will make a difference. So love will guide us. Reminds me of that. And okay, so I'll stop there.
No, don't stop there. Never stop. I could listen to you talk about this for days.
Well, that first verse says it all and Daily Antidote, a song is like, you are the antidote, right? I mean, this is what y'all figured out is that we can sit around during COVID and go, oh my God, it's COVID, oh my God, and people were dying needlessly, and it impacted my family, and the fear that I felt was real, and I'm still wearing my mask. I don't care what anybody says. I'm going out in public. I am in the supermarket. I'm wearing my mask. But I know this, that if I live in fear is false evidence appearing real. Fear is forget everything and run. But if I go with this, if I follow the teaching of Dr. King, if I follow the teaching of other people, Maya Angelou, Mother Jones, pray for the dead, fight like hell for the living, then I will take that love and use it. So even if you can't sing like angels, even if you can't speak before thousands, and I had somebody say that to me one time. I was teaching a class with firefighters, and they said, "You don't have any problem with public speaking?" I said, "No, I am speaking in front of thousands, but I do have a problem running into burning buildings. You all don't seem to have that problem. So if you can't sing like angels, if you can run into burning buildings, you can still give from deep within you, and that is the only thing that changes the world. It is the only force for love and for good that changes the world." So this is that song. This is that way of coming together. So I'll keep y'all posted on August 18th. They tell me that we might not be able to do it on the steps of the Supreme Court. So
But you'll be somewhere.
we will be somewhere. I drove by the Supreme Court, and you can't even get anywhere close.
No, I believe
None of the side streets. The whole block around the Supreme Court is still blocked off.
Yeah.
So we'll figure.
Like you said, there's something about not to, invalidate or say that we can't have the feelings of fear and rage, because
Oh
those
yeah,
are important and we're all going to have those and we're going to
absolutely.
live with those. But fear and rage can be so overwhelming that it just makes us feel completely immobilized. I don't think that I've ever felt immobilized from love.
No,
Love
that's true.
is
That's true.
mobilizing.
Yeah.
Love is making you feel like you can and should do something and
Yes.
searching for what that something is. Love takes all of those terrible and difficult feelings swirling around inside us and pushes it out into the world in some kind of positive way. And like you
That's
said,
it.
we
That's it.
all have something that to us feels like it comes really naturally and feels easy, or at very least feels totally doable, that to someone else would feel completely impossible.
Yeah.
It
Well,
would
and we
feel like
know
running
this.
into a burning building.
And we also know this, Aaron, is that when we sing together, we breathe together. And
Yeah.
when we breathe together, our hearts synchronize as one. And the power of that is why there's always singing. That's why there's always chanting. When in any religious practice, in any social justice movement, any march or rally, because that's what brings us together. And that power of us united
Mhm.
is unstoppable.
It's like it is something that you can hear and see, that it is hundreds of voices speaking as one. And that's what you need in order to make any kind of change, is you have to add your one, not insignificant, but your one tiny, weak, quivering voice to the group.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And I
Somebody
also
said,
love that you can't tell how good of a singer you are in a group, which also feels kind of poignant to, you might think that you don't have a lot to add or that you don't have a lot to say, but when everyone is singing together, everyone sounds beautiful.
"Oh, absolutely." And one person said to me, a music teacher said to me one time, she said, "If only the best birds with the best voices sang, the forest would be really quiet." And so we all
And
we
we
all
don't
sit where
only
we are.
appreciate the birds with the best voices, we don't even notice.
Right.
We just hear
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
sounds.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
hear the life.
Yeah. Yeah. And then when I was in South Africa, um, in Johannesburg, working with some trade unions there, during the tea breaks, they would always come around the teapots and get coffee and tea and whatever, and they would start singing spontaneously. And I was like, wow, y'all just sing like at the coffee break, eh? And they're like, yeah, yeah. And I said, well, how do you know what part you sing? How do you know if it's tenor, soprano, or bass? And they looked at me like I was Charlie Brown teacher. And they're like, soprano, tenor, you just sing where you are. And that's when it occurred to me that I was not born in Africa, but Africa was born in me.
Yes.
And it's cross cultural. It's not limited to just people of African descent. Everybody around the world sings. And so yeah, lifting our voice together and it stimulates both hemispheres of the brain and all that kind of
Mhm.
stuff. I mean, it's so good for us and so healing for us.
Yes, no one feels worse after singing.
No, no. And I've been reading, doing some reading because I've been saying this for years, but I thought I should go back and check my facts.
Sure.
And there's a movie coming out about Gabby Gifford, right?
Yes.
About her ability to speak
Mhm.
because she was able to sing. But they're saying now that they're using it with all kinds of interventions with mental illness
Yes.
and finding out that it really does make a difference when people sing,
Yeah.
individually sing, collectively sing. Listening to music does that. It lifts us.
Yeah.
It's not, the thing is like, it's been commodified in our culture.
Yeah.
It's like only the best singers, and you have to buy it and you have to pay for it. But it's not something that you need to pay for. It's something that's
Mhm.
free and loving that we can all do. And always having to have the best means we're not going to recognize all the good that's there. So yeah, sing.
That's one of the most destructive things that we as a world have done to humanity is to claim that all of the art that we can make is only worth something if we're good at
Yes,
it, if we're good
yes,
at it,
that's right.
and if
That's
we've
right.
been trained a certain amount.
Yep.
These activities were not created because we could make money off of them. When we first started doing them, no one was making any money off of them.
Right.
Even now, even the best artists aren't making a lot of money off of them. No one does this for the money.
No,
This is pure humanity. This is what makes us human.
it is. Yeah, I took a hip hop workshop recently, and learned about the roots of hip hop,
Mm-hmm.
and it came out of social justice. It came out of people wanting to make a difference. It came out of getting a message, and it turned into this. It's all about sex and drugs, and you this and you that and them that, and it's like no, that's not where it came from. And of course, I knew that before we had hip hop, we had rap, and before that, there was always the sing
A
song.
chant or a spoken word. It's been,
Yes. Yeah. It's always been there. It's like
yeah,
well, it's been it, but it's become commodified, and that's how they made money on it.
yeah.
And so it became this whole thing that's just like totally lost from its roots, but the roots are still there.
I would love it if we could sing that song all the way through one more time now that we've really got it in our bodies and our fingers and our toes.
Okay, I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Okay. Love will guide us. Peace has tried us. Hope inside us will lead the way on the road from greed to giving. Love will guide us through the dark night. If you cannot sing like angels, if you cannot speak before thousands, you can give from deep within you. You can change the world with your love. Love will guide us. Peace has tried us. Hope inside us will lead the way on the road from greed to giving. Love will guide us through the dark night. You are like no other being. What you can give, no other can give to the future of our precious children, to the future of the world where we live. Love will guide us, peace has tried us, hope inside us will lead the way on the road from greed to giving. Love will guide us through the dark night. Hear the song of peace within you. Hear the song of peace in your heart. Spring's new beginning shall lead to the harvest. Love will guide us through the dark night. Last time. Love will guide us. Peace has tried us. Hope inside us will lead the way on the road from greed to giving. Love will guide us through the dark night. Yeah, peace and blessings, family. Peace and blessings.
Thank you so much, Elise. That was the perfect way to start our day and the perfect way to end our week, or I guess begin your week, depending on whether you end your week on Sunday or start your week on Sunday, but either way, perfect.
It's all good. Thank you.
So, do you have anything that you want to plug to the group before you head out? Anything coming up?
No, stay tuned for August 18th, which is also the 102nd anniversary of women's right to vote. That's why we chose that as the day to launch the Get Out the Vote
Oh,
campaign.
nice.
And I know you all voted. At least the Maryland folks, yeah, voted, and everybody else out there. And we're gonna bring this thing around. This promise of democracy. This pledge that all people are created equal, even though they weren't talking about all people at the time. We know that we are, and that united we stand. That's it.
So,
Thank you.
thank you so much. Thank you for the song and the talk and everything.
You're
We
welcome.
are so lucky to have you here, and best of luck with the Get Out the Vote campaign. Best of luck getting on those stairs, or as close as you can get.
Right. Yes. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else that I know that's coming up? Not off the top of my head.
Well,
Lots of
we,
stuff.
we stay connected. We all stay connected. So if you think of anything later,
Okay.
I'm sure we'll know.
Alrighty. Thank
All
you.
right. All right, everybody. Unfortunately, it is time to wrap up for the day, as hard as that is, but keep this song in your heart all the rest of the day and week and month and year. Keep an eye out for the Get Out the Vote campaign. I'm sure this will not be the only one. There will be many. It's up to all of us. We can do it. Okay, everybody. Give a big wave goodbye to all of our friends joining us out there on Facebook Live. Hi, Facebook. We love you so
Bye-bye.
much. Bye.